Frith, hope all is well and that your year started off in a powerful way. This video is on Fehu and its Stada, Galder, movement, and practice. The Stada, there's two different ways. I do it with the receiving, with my hands up and receiving the energies, and the second is to extend and send out energy. When you do the posture, work with the different positions and work with both sides. By doing this, you're aligning yourself not only differently with the planet, with Earth, but also you're effectively changing the position of your body, which has an effect on its body's energetics, and also that triggers different mental states and emotional experiences, memories, and whatever other thing that comes up. So by moving positions and holding it for a duration of time, you can even do variations just to play around with what's going on and pay attention. The movement for Fehu, breathing in and sending out. You could do it slow and meditative or sharp. And when you include the root Galder sound, the F sound, you could do it slow for the whole movement. Or sharp, depending on, and just play around with it. Play around. That's one of the things I definitely encourage, is that you play around with the Galders, play around with the Stadas and the movements, because everything is going to have a different effect on your body, and then doing that increases awareness and ultimately further helps with your development, not only in encouraging health within the body, but also in tapping into different aspects within ourselves and within our minds. The main practice I work with Fehu is awareness, deepening our awareness, and that's important on the physical side of things, just from the fact that we're not trying to hurt ourselves when we do these movements or holding these postures. So just becoming more aware of our body enables us to recognize warning signs or recognizing those areas that need to be worked on, and so then we can direct our energy and our movements to those areas to help heal or strengthen, or whatever other thing that we're looking to accomplish. In the blog post down in the description, I have a list of 14 different things that I encourage you to spend one day on each one of these things to just really bring your awareness and focus into, so that you're developing your awareness, and which, among many other things, opens you up to experiencing life in deeper and more encompassing ways, which is, that in itself is a really good blessing. I mentioned just kind of setting an alarm a few times throughout the day, just so that as you're going along your day, maybe you're at work and then your alarm goes off, take a moment right there and then, if you can, or soon thereafter, to take a moment and just be fully present and aware of whatever you're focusing on. Try to do it as often as you can and hold that as long as you can. So let's say you're focusing on that day on just being present with what you're seeing. So, the alarm goes off, try to be aware as long as you can of what you're seeing. If it's the shapes, the colors, the tones, shadows, glints, reflections off someone's eye, the shoes people are wearing, whatever it is, just really try to keep your awareness on what you're seeing. And while you're doing that, avoid getting caught up in the mind. Try to just keep bringing your attention, keep bringing your mind back to your focal point, whatever it is. So in this case, what you're seeing. And then, as you go along with your day, awareness will kind of dwindle away and you'll get caught up, and then there your alarm comes on again. And then once again, you bring your attention to what you're seeing. And do this throughout the whole day. So that's a basic practice that I encourage you to work with for the next couple weeks until the next video. Work with Stoddard. So work your way up to being able to hold it for 10 minutes. Just standing here in the Stoddard for 10 minutes. Start with a couple minutes the first day and then just build up. add 30 seconds or a minute the next day. And same with the movements, you know, just work with it. Just start with a couple minutes the first day, and then just keep working your way up to building it, to holding it longer and longer. And while you're doing this, if you're, let's say you're, while you're doing the movements and the postures, you really should be focused on just the body sensation. So if your mind gets caught up, bring it back to the sensation, bring it back to what you're feeling. If you're feeling fatigued and your body starts to quiver, just be present with that feeling. And relax your body. We're not trying to tense our minds, our bodies, or our minds for that matter, when we're doing these postures or these movements. We're literally just trying to relax everything and just hold them. Because what's happening is the energy is constantly flowing through us, but it's flowing through us in this shape, in this way. And so that's going to have certain effects on our mind and on our body. So pay attention to those things. So I wish you well, and for the next couple weeks, this is what I encourage you to do. I'm going to do another video on the movements without me yapping. I'll post that next. Because that's a really good warm-up. And then after you do the warm-up, then just work with the one rune. All right? So, to the next video. Be well and be blessed.
Odin, Thor, Freyr, Freya, Sif, Frigga.